Hello, what's up? Welcome back to Paradise Lost. We just came down that pipe after a jump of faith. And again, we are in a completely different environment. I really like this. I don't think this area has any speakers for us to receive communication from the girl who led us here. Yeah, damn. We are down a level. Gesellschaft 03. Gesellschaft 3. Close, but not quite. Cement, concrete, and a beach chair. It's like... oh my god. Oh my god. Are we getting to the paradise part of this thing? I think this is what we have been shown on those posters. Or what they meant to advertise. Okay. Water is calm and clear and lifeless. Wow. But this is really like... ooh, such an eerie atmosphere. Okay, invisible wall. Wow. It reminds me of the artificial beach in Bioshock 3, obviously. And just a few weeks ago I was on the phone with a friend who lives near the coast, and at some point he told me, oh, hold on a moment, I'm just gonna find a place that is protected from the wind, and he actually sat down in one of these beach baskets in the evening after they were rented out. Closing time.
Siekiera motyka, my sąsiady biją się już 3 dekady. Siekiera motyka, guma, ość, mam już tego pięknie dość. Siekiera motyka, rot marzanna nie odbiera święta panna. Siekiera motyka, bęben róg, wyparł się nas wszystek Bóg. Goring sobie pije sznapsa, Polak wciąż dostaje klapsa. Złupić tu już nie ma co, chodź pan z nami dziś na dno.
I am sure this was added for the juxtaposition of this very, very eerie place and this joy and the luxury. Damn. But then again, Must be so cold down here. So I would not assume these trees to be real, actually. Rather for them to be about as fake as the beach. But who knows? Maybe the climate down here is a bit different.
For you walked in the presence of titans. It's a memorial. They must have died in a battle I saw in that recording.
I wonder if these are patron names or Kickstarter names or something like that. Oh shoot, a skeleton. Ah. From the looks of that thing, I sort of wonder if those would have been real. But what a monument. But everything here is wet. Wet and boarded up. Nope. Okay.
Is anyone here?
Again, there are clanks and noises. We'll have my look around.
It always amazes me how short your memories are. I walk these corridors day after day and hear the growing whispers. What if he's right? Maybe he has a point. What if, what if? Let me remind those who have forgotten. When the Battle of the Bunker ended, we went looking for German civilian survivors. None were found alive. Must I remind you why? Because the bunker's machinery had removed them from the battlefield so they wouldn't interfere with the counter-attack, only to suffocate them in one of the unventilated hangars. Is this the kind of effectiveness we're looking for? Is that the value we put on human life? I will say it once more. No! I will never allow these machines to be turned on again.
Yeah, holy shit. This... So the machine truly going rogue. I mean, we found a hint of that when interacting with that EVE, with that Eve machine earlier. But wow. Order number 210. Effective immediately, all the cameras in the compound are to be disabled. Until the debugging of each room takes place, all the communication that pertains to matters of production, strategy, food distribution, future plans, etc., is to be conducted through written messages. For the time being, assume that all your conversations are being monitored. He's listening. Dominica. Yeah, the lady we had in the previous conversation as well. And maybe on this recording I just played. Whew. Well, this feels creepy, but I'm not particularly scared yet. Mostly because so far the game has been atmospheric but peaceful. So that is what I'm counting on. But then again, you never know. Order number 108. All Nazi documents are to be left untouched, despicable as they are. We will not burn them. The Nazis already burned all evidence of their atrocities on their own. We do not need to aid them. When the war finally ends, and it will end, when the war finally ends, and it will end, these documents will be used to expose them and hold them to account. Yes. All the documents are to be stored in the file room. Alright. But yeah, there's a lot to be found here anyways. I guess this is closed. Doesn't even try. Oh wow. That looks like a bit from another world as well. Let's check. Yes. Hello, friend.
Hello, can you hear me? It's not working. I need to find a control room.
Will do. Pretty sure it would be this.
It's locked.
Or at least that we would be able to unlock the door from that control. Oh my.
Hello?
Let's look on the back first. More locked doors. Broken circuitry. Okay, that door also had a white dot. There's more ahead. Please don't leave. I knew that others were considering leaving. I just never realized you were one of them. If you go, Dominica won't let us see each other ever again. You know that she doesn't allow any of his followers to interact with us. Is his superstitious gibberish more important to you than me? I wonder, who is he? Who is this leader they're talking about? Child's play. Oh yes, this might be again Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, some character sheets as well. That is cute. Playing with bottle caps. that's that's how I do it. How I play with my friends. Ah, yeah, okay. Then I will also try that door over there. Expecting something similar. Or a single room. But all the lights are on. At first sight I thought this head was put in on a plate. But yeah. So many extra people that needed to be accommodated. Let's also try here. Ah, you can still see a bit of the tapestry with a bird. Wow. Mary and child. Again about the nuclear war. Records, instruments. That is a nice note. Such a nice place to have a desk. Okay, I will just go one by one because I don't want to walk back for them. Oh my.
That church, it looks familiar. I think I passed it on my way here.
Yeah, that may have been in our neighborhood, actually. At least the shape is similar. Sometimes I wish I had space to paint like this. I wonder if the texture is upside down by accident. Kosui. Um, But yeah, I do like to paint. I paint digital, I paint with paint and colored pencils, acrylic paints, water paint. But I have too much stuff. The room is always too full. But then I also don't live in shared facilities, right? Also too much stuff. I have a lot of books. Many, many books. Art books, but also novels, graphic novels, a lot of them. Of course, also some non-fiction. Books on language. It's pretty. Could also be an existing artwork, but I might look that up later. Just took a screenshot. Yeah, it should be existing because, I mean, these are. And there she is again. Transcription of Richard Lassis. I don't know how to pronounce this from the writing, but I guess from his account. I went out mushroom picking. Not that I thought I'd find any mines, but because I like wandering among the trees. So I stumbled upon a gnarled beech, looked up, and over by a clump of thistle I saw a white she-goat. A miracle, I thought, because there hasn't been a living creature to be found since we ate that last hen 10 years back. And lo and behold, a goat. Where could it have come from? Right away I thought Veles must have favored us to send a blessing like that. I walked up to it. It didn't run. It let me rope it and walked it back to the settlement by my side like a dog on a leash. I went straight to the high priest to share the wonderful news. I hoped it would give us milk with healing properties. So, Valis is used like the name of a god here. So, who is Valis? Very interesting. Went mushroom hunting out of habit. Since we ate the last hen 10 years ago, so they have been down here for a while. And those invitations and the news about the nuclear war, all those were issued when 1960, was it? Some time around then. So, when are we? Is this the file room? Definitely an archive of sorts, I would say. I would guess that it is. Dear Herr Kommandant, at the request of Wilhelm Streck, I have agreed to lead a talk about Agatha, or Agatha, Shambhala, Aryans, Atlantis, Thule, the control of parapsychic human abilities, and research on the summoning of zombie armies. Oh god. He convinced me this material will provide the necessary support for the colonists. In my youth, I took a strong interest in these topics, so I shall have plenty of material to speak on. Yet we both know, I hope, that these stories are not worth a hill of beans. I am a scientist, and I know that the strength of the German nation does not come from fairy tales, but from mental fortitude and from science. Thus, when the colonists prepare for the ultimate battle, they should draw on the accomplishments of scholars. I propose a return to a method that was tested with great success at the front, namely substance DIX, so D9. This mix of cocaine, pervitin, a strong stimulant, and eucodal, a strong painkiller, transforms common men into super soldiers. Ugh. It provides a significant boost to concentration, endurance, strength, courage, and self-confidence. Yeah, that does sound like drugs, yes. It also disables pain receptors while stifling hunger, thirst, and the need for sleep. It has side effects, yet in the deciding moment, they are of no import. Oh God, yes, definitely a war reality. Drugs. Drugs given to soldiers. Vote for list number 1. The people. All the fucking insignia. So it looks like they took them down and just gathered them here. Good. Can I read that? Leodismus. No idea. I'm glad my PC can do decent textures. This is one of those games where a lot would be lost if not. 2. Wilhelm Streck. Yes, we remember him from just now. Dear Willy, I know you do not need anyone to tell you how to do your job, but I would like to alert you to a problem. I have received reports that despite constant guidance and instruction, many people still do not understand the concept of the colony. Some fear being locked up underground, or even that those left on the surface will have it better. If I were to prune away all such doubters, I would lose half the settlers, the would-be strength of this colony. So I hit upon an idea. Perhaps we could, in some undemanding way, share with our colonists the history of the Aryans and the Atlanteans from whom we descend. After all, if our ancestors could thrive after losing their homeland, we too can emerge from our ordeal, defeat our enemies, and bring about the rebirth of our great Germany. With your storytelling talent, this tale would surely soften the heart of doubters and calm frayed nerves. What do you think? Your friend, Max. Yeah, but good to know that people started to feel unrest because, yeah, especially so many years underground. So fake beaches like in BioShock, vaults like in Fallout. Yeah, gonna go for that in a moment. What is this? Just a forest path? I mean, okay. Let's see. This is quite the master bedroom. I expect to find something here, as this is otherwise a dead end. Order number 8. Any German occupier still hiding in the shelters to be sought, put on trial, and sentenced for their crimes. That includes civilians, workers, and of course military personnel. This goes for any Polish collaborators as well. Dominika Vasievich, I think. I did not look up these names in advance, I'm sorry. Playing this blind. Yes, keycard, right.
It must be a key to the locked doors.
Yes. Let's go in the corner first. Oh shit. Let's try this out.
What was that?
Good question. Sounded like something moved. And I thought on my left side, but... Order request. I'm writing to you again to request permission to use the Nazi technology. People are starving. We can't continue to live in the dark like this. How many more women have to suffer miscarriages before you see this clearly? Before you see things clearly. I will write to you every single day until you realize that there is no other way. Lucian. Damn. So indeed, after they came in, after they basically freed the bunker, took over the bunker from the Germans, people continued to live here and to suffer, hiding from the nuclear winter upstairs. This bookcase, it moved. Okay, that was the switch. But now it has been more than half an hour. Well, I guess one more room. Wow. Secret singing stage. Greta Müller. Yeah. Is she gonna sing? This is so nice to see. Not that this character had privilege, but that they kept it a relevant detail in the story. And here it is, her ID. Ausweis der deutschen Volksliste. Greta Müller. Born 1920. In Frankfurt. And her profession is signed as a singer. And a confirmation that this is her identity. Okay. Yeah, I just find it satisfying that it was not just one mention of her, but then we find these traces of her character. Her little stage was hidden away, so at that point not accessible to the people anymore. But yeah, we have a keycard now. And we have a couple of locked doors where this might help. One downstairs, a big one. And maybe... Well, this one I will keep for next time then. And as always, it would be nice if you came along again.